Mike from Metro Trails with another beautiful day here. Ev and I are now on the Belvidere-Riverton Bridge, or Riverton-Belvidere Bridge, depending on which way you want to refer to it. Another favorite bridge of mine over the Delaware River. This one is a through truss structure built to replace the original covered bridge that was on this site that washed out in the pumpkin flood of 1903. The reason they called it the pumpkin flood was because it was late season and the flooded Delaware River filled up with pumpkins. So it's a nice still area here, but the river drops very substantially just downstream from here at Foul Rift, the most deadly place probably on the entire river. It gets to be some really crazy rapids. It can also be very fun. So there's a lot of neat stories to go with this, and one of my favorite ones was that when the town of Belvidere had its predecessor to the Warren County Farmers Fair. It used to be held in Belvidere, and then they moved to their own fairgrounds eventually down in the border of Harmony and Lepacong Township. There was a garbage man from town by the name of Murphy that he knew the river better than anybody. And so he would come out here and he'd climb to the top of the trusses and dive off. And they would take a collection for him, betting that he would smash his head and he wouldn't be able to make it. And he'd pass his hat around, take his collection. He'd climb up to the top of the bridge and jump off, and every year he'd make it. And they say that he would he'd spend all of his winnings on the bar that night, but at least he had a good time. And as the story goes, that was a spectacle at the celebration every year for some time, jumping right off into the middle of the bridge head first. So yeah, that was Mr. Murphy.